Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, according to the time you're seeing this video. My name is Violet. I have my talk show page on Facebook, which is Mama na Mama TV, and also on YouTube, Mama na Mama TV. I have my business page on Instagram, Fabulous Kids 123. As you come across any of my video, please don't forget to love, like, and share, and follow my page. As for those of you that have been doing that, God bless you. Today we're going to be talking about morals. The part of morals I'm going to be talking about has to do with children, adults, and teenager. So let's start with the children and the teenager. Some parents today, especially this Western world that we have abroad, I've seen a lot of children, I've seen a lot of parents trying to make their children grow quick into becoming an adult. They don't let them act like their age, dress as their age, which is very, very bad. I see it almost every day. And we know that children in this Western world, they grow more than their age because of the kind of food that they eat. Because most of the food here, they are fertilized food, except for those families that do strictly organics. You see a child that is 13 years is already looking like 18 years, looking like 30 years. You know, you see 13 years old child, even taller than me. When we talk about the dressing parts, a child that is coming up 10 years, 11 years, 13 years, goes to the mother's room and wear makeup on their face. And the mother think it's okay. It's not okay. Let that child know, you know, there's time for everything. You are not supposed to be wearing makeup on your face. It's for adults. Because back home, where I grew up from, even before I turned 18 years, I dare not put eye pencil on my eyes or my eyebrow. I dare not. Now that I'm grown, an adult, I can do whatever I like. That is the thing you should be teaching them. Say, no, there is time for everything. You grow up to that age whereby you can buy your own makeup. You can make up even if you want to make up to. They can do it. Not just allowing them do things that they're not even up to, their age is not even up to. And you just allow them to do it and you feel that it's okay. It's not okay. Let children grow according to their age. Let them dress according to their age and act according to their age. Today is so much common among the female children. You see parents trying to quickly pamper that child to become an adult, even when their age says otherwise. You see a child of 10 years to 13 years already wearing bra. Their parents already buying bra for them to wear. It's wrong. It's wrong. Yeah. It's wrong. You can get a shimmy or a singlet for that child. Even when we know that the child is growing, they already started bringing all those parts out from their. But not you encouraging them to start dressing like an adult. That's how underage gets sexually abused. They think that they're already adults. You see men making advances at them already because of the way they are dressed. We know that in Western world, children dress, they expose every part of their body. It's okay. But let's talk about putting on makeup, wearing wigs, dressing so flashy, as if they're already 18 years. And you think it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. See 8 years old child, the mother already making up the child, dressing her as if she's an adult, putting makeup on her face, fixing her eyelash, doing her nails. Sometimes when it's their birthday, they want to do something different. It's okay to do that. So today's my child's birthday, or we're having a party. Okay, I want to fix nails. I want her to have makeup. But when you start allowing the child to do it every time, now and then, that's when it becomes bad. You let the child know. Let the child know and say, no, you are not up to that age to start wearing makeup and say you want to go out. No. Say, wait for your time. Wait for your age. Let them grow according to their age. Because today, it's just becoming too much. Seeing 9 years old, 10 years old, wearing human hair, wearing wigs, wearing makeup, doing nails. And I see them, and I'm like, oh, how old are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm 13. I'm like, really? And you're already dressing like, that's when you give room for sexually abuse. You see, men start making advances at them, looking at them as if they're adults, and they are not adults. And you know that in this Western world that we are, sexual abuse is very, very common. So, teach your children morals. Teach them how to dress well, appropriately, according to their age. Let them grow according to their age. Stop dressing a 9-year-old as if she's an adult. I'm talking about the female children now. Dressing 8-year-old as if she's an adult. Putting makeup on her face to go out. It's bad. A teenager already behaving like an adult. It's bad. Giving room for all those guys out there to start making advances at them, you know. It's bad. Let them grow out according to their age. And also, I also want to talk about parents that get upset when you try to correct their child. It's very bad. Somebody trying to correct your child verbally, don't pick offense. Rather, thank the person. Thank the person. Because if you brought up that child well, I don't think an outsider will be correcting that child. Let's say, for example, a child that already know the right from left, wrong from bad, and that child see an adult, you can't even greet, even as little as saying hi. They look you straight to your eyes, eyeball to eyeball, and they can't even greet you. An African child, a child that an African parents gave birth to, they can't even greet. And when you try to correct them and say, oh, you didn't see me, you can't even say hi, they just look at you and sigh. And when you tell their parents, say, oh, I saw your daughter today or your son, he couldn't even say hi to me. They pick offense. They pick offense. It's very bad. Teach your children morals. Let them know their culture. In our culture where we come from, when we see elderly people, we greet them. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening will not hurt. Teach them. Even today, you see an African lady, a Nigerian lady, their kids don't even know how to even greet in their own dialect. Their kids does not even know how to greet in their own language. If they are even able to say hi, manageable, it's very bad. The Bible says, train up your child so that when he grows, he will not depart from it. Today, what is happening today with children, 100% of it is their upbringing. Yes, upbringing matters a lot. The way you bring up your child. When I didn't have my own child, then, when I'm correcting somebody's children or somebody's child, they tell you, don't worry, just wait, when you have your own child, you see that all these children are very stubborn to talk to. But now I have my own child, and I see that it is the way you bring up your child. That is how they will go. That is how they will grow with it. It does not really matter that, oh, because you don't have a child, you cannot correct somebody else's child. They created that impression on me and say, don't worry, children are very stubborn. How did you train that child that is stubborn? How is the upbringing of that child? You know that some children are very, very stubborn, but you can still do your own part. You can still do your own part inside your house and tell your child, when it's morning, or you greet your auntie, or greet your brother, or greet your father, or greet your mother. It's the responsibility of the both parents. What is your dialect? What do you greet in the morning? Where you come from? Teach your children how to greet that greeting. Not an African children greeting their parents, hi mom, hi dad, because you gave birth to them in abroad. Then you are not giving them that room to be greeting you hi, and you accept it. If they even greet hi to stranger, outsider, your friends, and say, oh hi auntie, oh hi uncle, but not you inside the house, the parents. They should be able to greet. That's why there's different dialect in Nigeria. In Africa, everybody have their greeting. Even if they cannot be able to speak your language, but teach them the greeting parts, so that they will not be totally just lost. They need to know their trace, where they come from. If you are Yoruba, I know Yoruba greet a Karo. I know the Benin's, we have different kind of greeting. Lamogu, Lagesa, Latose, different things. Teach them. Stop teaching them to be greeting I. Greeting their parents, their mother, I. If they can greet outside their eye, it's okay. Depend on how you train your child. I have seen a child outside, a Nigeria brought up child, that greeted me Lagesa. And I was like, oh, madam, you did well. I praised the woman for a child to be able to greet the parents' dialects. And I look at the child, 6 years, say, Auntie Lagesa. I was so proud of that child. You can also train your child like that. It does not matter that they have to, that you because they don't speak your language, so that's why they don't know how to greet in your language. No, you did not teach them. You did not teach them. That thing is really common in Africa. Africa parents, Nigeria, the believe say we don't dare abroad because of that one. When the children hear Oyibo, they speak shri. You totally made those children lost on their dialects, on their language. They don't even know how to even if you are able to communicate. But a time will come where you will regret it. When you are outside, you want to communicate with that child with a different language so that the next person will not hear. That's when you start knowing the importance of teaching your children your dialect, your language. Very important. Very, very important. Teach them. They are very young. Teach them, so that at the long run you will not live to be regretting it. Morals. Teach your children. Teach your children and not to steal, not to pick things that doesn't belong to them. You see children of nowadays, they pick things, they steal. It's the upbringing. A child brought something from school that does not belong to him or her. You take it back. Tell the child, this thing you have to return it back to school. It does not belong to you. Don't let the child keep it and say, oh, it's okay. It is not okay. That's how they learn it. That's how they learn and accumulate. Tomorrow they start stealing. They start taking other people's stuff and think it's okay. Because when they started it, you did not correct them. You did not put a stop to it. Now that they are very young, put a stop to it. A child goes to the mother's bag and take money and didn't tell the parents. When they start looking for the money, say, oh, I was the one that took it. And you feel it's okay. It's not okay. You discipline the child and let the child know that it's not okay to take what does not belong to you. If you want to take something from me, you have to act and I have to grant it. I have to accept it. Say, oh, it's okay for you to have it, or no, it's not okay for you to have it. You see children nowadays, they steal. They even go as far as going to the port to steal. Then they say in Nigeria, that in Africa, that's where all those kind of things is common because of the hardship, the poverty and all that. But now it's happening abroad. The Western world, it's happening. It's the upbringing of the child. That's why you see some people go to their friend's house. Their kids will come to the person's bag and steal something. And you go to that child room, you see the child hiding that thing. Morals. You did not teach your children how to be well behaved. And when you see somebody else teaching that child, you are offended. You are sad. Why not start training your child now in the way he should grow? So that when he grows, he will not depart from it. Most of all these children today misbehaving outside, joining gang, is their upbringing. So when they now escalate, you start regretting, biting your finger, making I die no witches. By now that they are still very easy to bend, adjust them to how you want them to grow. Children nowadays, they their upbringing. They steal things, they steal food, they steal money, they take what does not belong to them. Because when they started it early, the parents didn't question them, did not discipline them, and they think it's okay. And it's not okay. So now, start teaching your children. Start making them understand when a child brings things from school that does not belong to them, take that thing back. Even when the child say, oh, my friend gave it to me, it's a gift. Go and confirm that that thing was actually given to your child, that he did not steal it or she did not steal it. That's how they will grow with it. And you make them understand, never you take what does not belong to you. Some child will follow their mom to the grocery store and pick things and hide it under the stroller, and the parents will not question the child and say, oh, immediately you find out, maybe maybe it's the time when you are putting the grocery inside the car, and you find out that, oh, your child has taken something that you didn't pay for. Go back into the grocery store, take that child and say, we have to go back and pay. It is stealing and it's not good. That thing will sink in that child's head and say, oh, I took this thing and my mom took me back to go and pay for it. That means it's not good. By the time you now say, oh, okay, you know what, we already out from the grocery store, or you pretend as if you didn't see when that child was taking that thing, you are encouraging that child. You are encouraging him to start stealing. And when the child starts stealing from outside, he will do it inside. And tomorrow when the child is grown, go and end up in jail. The child will end up. So for you to start avoiding that, when you are taking your child inside a grocery store, inside a shopping mall, let that child know, don't take anything. When you want something or you like it, show it to me. If it's okay for me to get it for you, I will get it for you. Do not hide anything inside my bag, under the stroller, or put it inside any part that you think is not visible. Do not do it. And it will sink in that child's ear. When the child now enter any store and say, oh, mommy, I like this, you say, okay, put it inside the cart. You start putting everything. When you get to the counter where you want to pay, if you decide to not take it out, that you actually don't need it, you can take it out. That's how you start building, letting the child know, no, you know, actually now we can't get this, you know, we came to shop to come and get this, but let's just get this grocery first. Next time when we come, don't worry, I promise you I'll get this for you. You know, that's how you keep doing it. Not the child will steal something and you not see it, or you throw away your face, or why? Parents, why? Why are we raising children badly? Why are you people raising your child badly? Bad behaviors. You see a child telling the mother, using F word on the parents, and they just say, I believe I'm used to it. No, it's bad. Don't get used to it when your child starts insulting you and you feel it's okay. Kids nowadays insult their parents. You see 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, 13 years, 14 years, 15 years using F word on their siblings, on their parents, and you say it's okay. It's not okay. It's their upbringing. Start disciplining them and say, no, you cannot use that word in this house. Or you see your child insulting the elderly sister or the elderly brother, and instead of you to immediately stop that act, you start siding the little one and say, you tell the older one, no, don't beat him, oh, don't smack him, oh, don't give him any punishment, oh, don't put him on timeout, oh, don't do this. You start siding that child. There are different ways you discipline a child even without spanking the child. Different way you can discipline a child without even you spanking. Hence in Western world, they don't allow it. But there are other different ways you can actually discipline a child. A child that is abusing their senior, raining insult on their, and you are not putting a stop to it. You are siding that. act, bad character, you are siding it. It's not good. It's not right. Even if it's somebody's child that is living with you and you are the caregiver, you also need to train that child so that when the child go out, they will ask, who is your parents? They have really done well. They will give you a thumbs up. Just like I saw that little baby that greeted me with their dialects. I was amazed, and I told the mother, I'm like, you've done well. I say, I owe you one. I owe you one gift. And I actually bought a gift for that child. Train up your child to know their trace, where they are coming from. Morals, good behavior, how to behave outside, to comfort themselves when they are outside. You see a child, the parents will bring them to your home, they start throwing tantrum, breaking things in your home, destroying things, jumping on the couch. And when you try to correct that child, and the parents will get upset and say, oh, now so they do, oh, now so just they do, oh, madam. A child will pick up something and throw it to the TV. A child will pick up something and break it and destroy it and push it away. And you feel it's okay. It's not okay. That child will go to somebody else's house and disgrace you. And not everybody that will take it. That a child will come to my house and take something and throw it to my TV, and I'll just look at it and say it's okay. It's not okay. You will pay for it. I will make you, because you are the one that did not train that child well. Hence, you know that you have that kind of a child. You put the child home. When you are going outside to go visit, and you know that the father is home, say, oh, you're going to stay with your dad. And the child like, oh, mommy, no, I have to go with you. Say, no, you have to stay with your dad, because I don't want you to go to that uncle's house or that auntie's house and start throwing tantrums and start jumping on their couch and start throwing things. You know, I don't want to end up buying for people's things. And that thing will start sinking on that child's head. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, 1 week, and the child says, oh, mommy, no, I promise I will not do it. You take the child out and observe the behavior. You see the child will start stopping all those acts, all those behavior, because he wants to go out with you. He wants to be free. He wants to go out whenever you want to go out with the other kids. The child will start learning from there. There are different ways you can discipline a child that is trying to bring out bad character. Because all this character, if you don't start changing it now, when that child grow up, that child will ask you and say, oh, mommy, when I was young, why did you correct me when I was doing this? Why did you put a stop to it when I was doing it? They will start putting the blame on you. And when they go out and act badly, they will call you. That's how some parents start receiving call every day from their child's daycare or their child's school and say, oh, come, your son just did it. Oh, come, your daughter just did this. Your daughter just did it to somebody else's child. You start going to daycare. Some of them will get withdrawn from school. It's their upbringing. Train up your child well. Discipline them accordingly. You don't have to spank them for you to discipline them, like I said. Also, you see your child hitting on somebody else's child. You pretend as if you don't see it. You are encouraging that child for bullying. That child is going to grow and become a bully. It's very bad. Immediately stop that heart. Stop it and say, no, you can't do this. It's not right. It's not acceptable for you to start hitting. Even if it's their brother inside the house, their siblings, their sister, and you notice that this is your particular child is always hitting, say, stop it. Don't do it, because they will go out there to their school and do it to somebody else's child. They will go out there in the community and do it to somebody else's child. You have to start putting a stop to it. Bad character, bad behavior. Start putting a stop to it. That's how they grow up and start bullying people outside. They want to become an Okonga, Mike Tyson. They start fighting. You see a child always fighting their siblings at home, and the parents will just fold and say, I beg, I don't tire. Don't get tired. Don't fold your hand and start looking at that child fighting every time, hitting on the young ones or the elderly ones, and you don't want to put a stop to it. You feel it's okay. It's not okay, because that child will grow tomorrow and become something else that you will, in your own wildest dream, and you start to regret it. And they start calling you every day, even up to college. They will call you and say, come, look at what your child has done. And only God will save that child, so that that child will not go and end up in prison. It's very bad. You let them know the consequences of their action, of their behavior, and say, when you hit somebody, this can happen, that can happen. And truly, you don't even know a child that is already sick, and another child go there and hit that child collapse. What will you say? Igbese don't come. I will not take it for somebody to call me on my child's school and say, oh, another child hit your child, and now your child ambulance have taken your child to the hospital. Hell no. No parents will take it. No parents will take it. So now start training your children. That's how you see people today. Other kids bullying other children because it's their upbringing. When they started it early, the parents feel it was okay, or whoever that is their guardian think that is okay. It's not okay for a child to always hit on anybody. Even some children hit their parents, hit their mother. Before their mother even say anything, they go to their mother and they hit their mother. They say, girl, no, put a stop immediately. I say, you can't do that. You don't do that. Don't try it. So let's start making why the sun is still shining, especially when they are still very young. They are easy to bend. They are easy to be corrected. They are easy to learn. We should not just live there as parents. It's our responsibility to train our children in the right way. Good characters, morals, good behavior, so that when they go out there, they will not bring disgrace back to us. When they go out there, people will see them and say, who is the parents of this child? They gives you thumbs up. Instead of people will see your child and say, what kind of upbringing is this? Very bad. It's not good. May come be say people come from your picking body, the trauma give you. You be try your best, but your best was not good enough. Let's try. Let's start training our children, teaching them good morals, good character, good behavior. That's how you see some children swearing at their siblings, swearing at their parents, using bad words. And some of those kids is what they actually heard from their own parents. Yeah. Some parents, especially our African parents, they like using very bad words, sometimes actually abusive word. It's very bad. When we say it, we should have it in mind that our kids, they are picking it up. When we use some bad language, our kids are there. They are learning it so fast. They are picking it so fast. Their brain is so sharp. It's so sharp. I have seen a child, 3 years old, was saying, shut up, shut up. It was so bad because that child learned it or heard it from the parents. It's very bad. Telling an adult, using that kind of an abusive word on an adult, that child must have heard it from somewhere, because that child was very young. She was 3 years old at that time, and the mom started trying to correct it, and say, oh my God, I didn't know she always hear this, because that was the word the mom was always using on the other children. And when they go out, they start saying it, and they feel that the word is the right word to use, not knowing that it is bad word. So parents, also try, be very mindful on the things that comes out from your mouth. Be very mindful that kids are there. Your children are watching. They are hearing what you are doing, and they are seeing you. When you are in the front of your child, act right. Act right. I've seen a child, a baby, taking our Q-tips and putting on the ear, because that child saw the parents doing it, and the child feel, oh, it's okay, So there are some things that we do as a parent that we are not supposed to do in the front of our child, because they pick it, they see it, they learn it. When you are not there, they practice it. They say, oh, look at what mommy was doing, let's do it. Look at what mommy was saying, let's say it. It's sinking their head. So be very mindful, so that tomorrow people will not put the blame on you. People will not blame you for bad behavior or bad character that your child is exhibiting. So now start training your children very well, the best you can, and ask God for guidance. Always pray for them. Lay your hands on them. Whatever you believe in that is working for you, fine. Because some children are extremely stubborn. You start to pray for that child, intercede for that child, lay hands on that child. Depending on what you believe in, I believe in God. May God help us and help our children as they grow every day. And for people that are Christian parents, always try to involve your teenage children in things of the church. Let them do 1 or 2 things in church. Attach them to one program in the church, so that they can start also learning good character and good behaviors. I see teenagers today, the way they behave, the way they talk, the way they do things, it's getting out of hand. For the Christian parents, try to attach them to a particular thing in the church. Let them get busy with God. Teach them the word. If you are a Muslim, good. If you are also a pagan, good. Whatever that you believe in that is working for you, try and use it to teach your children good behavior, good morals, so that when they grow, they will not depart from it. That's why the Bible says, train up a child the way he should grow, so that when he grow, he will not depart from it. Thank you. As you come across this my topic, you can also leave your review. If you come across this video, please love, like, and share. Leave your comment on the comment section. And if you don't want to leave it on the comment section, my WhatsApp number is there. You can call me, text me, or you can leave your comment. As you do that, God bless you. Take care. Bye.